Hello and welcome to episode 1, take 2 of our Frozenmaw campaign. We are going to be restarting this run, as the first attempt was apparently not the greatest. It's left us in a very weak position and would be a difficult place to come out of. And if that was the only problem, I would not be restarting, but it also seems that we missed a lot of lore, possibly. So, obviously I play Anbennar because I want to enjoy the lore and all the work that goes into them, so if that means we have to restart, then that means we have to restart. And at the end of the day, it's just a video game. So, it's not a problem if we need to start a run over. I've already gone through and I've just given out the estates to our monstrous tribes. I'm going to go ahead and sell titles. It's not really going to affect our economy all that much. And it's going to make sure that we are stable economically for a little while in the game. Let's turn our heir into a general. Pretty good. Good enough? Well, no, I'll hire another general. Okay. We are going to move these troops over into Giant's Tiers, and we are going to send two colonists out. We're going to send you with our heir, I'm thinking, over into that province, and we're going to instantly go after Broken Jaw here. We're going to instantly try and take them out. As for our diplomats, 2 of them need to go into subject countries. The other one's going to be used to actually declare the war. I have received a little bit of advice on some smarter ways to start than what I had originally done, so I will be doing my best to take the advice that was given to me in the comments. I appreciate all the help that everyone was giving me. So the Grey Tide, once again, we have been kicked out of the mountains here, and we have settled down in this region, taking out a human kingdom and subjugating the remains. We are gray orcs compared to the green orcs down here in Esken, and while they are starting their decline, we are only starting our rise. We are one of 2 gray orc nations, the other one being Broken Jaw, but we will bring them into the fold. Glory to the first Grey King. And until the death of our king, we gain a lot of good bonuses. Let's just hope he actually lives more than 2 years. He is 45, and I know that orcs have a shorter lifespan, but it'd be nice if he didn't just instantly die. We are focusing on mill, and we cannot afford a advisor right now, so we will not even pretend like we'll think about getting one. Make sure we mothball our ships. There's no reason for us to have them at the moment. We do not have the economy to use it, and I think we're good to unpause here. If we have monstrous conquest, we're ready to rock and roll. How many mill points to attack? 8. Maybe. We're already behind on tech, so I don't know how many mill points I'd want to spend on, just killing natives when I can just sit there. Forced marriages. The Reachman Lords, though having decades ago submitted to Orcish rule, still harbor some degree of rebelliousness, and some may still have loyalty to their old human domain of Bal Vorin. In order to ensure their continued loyalty, both today and for generations to come, we will present these human lords with Orcish consorts. Not only will this ensure their loyalty in the short term, as they will be unlikely to wish to go to war against their spouses, in the long term as well, half-orcs are far more likely to be loyal to our new kingdom than humans. Refusing these marriages will not be an option. Lose Diplo power, gain splendor, and power projection. Very, very nice. Alright, we're moving in here. We will take out their troops, and then we will only leave what we need to siege it down. And please do not die on this siege, I beg of you. It's like so important that you don't just die on this siege. Thank you. And now we will fully annex them, taking those 24 ducats, which is pretty important. I mean, that's a significant chunk of our economy. We'll go ahead and fully annex them. I was told that this is the best thing to do, and to leave them alive only causes more trouble down the line, as you can't complete your mission tree as fast, which, that makes sense to me. We have lots of unrest, as we have a decent amount of war exhaustion because of, what we start with. So we're going to cut our army expenses down to about here. That should be good enough to deal with any rebels, and let's make sure we mothball the fort. No reason to be paying for that. Since we're losing about a half a ducat a month, which is okay. We have some provinces that we could exploit for tax if need be, though I'm hoping to avoid that if we can. But I'd rather do that than take loans. Loans are not good. Corruption, also not good. That's actually really bad. I'm gonna lose a stab. It's not very often that I would choose to lose stab over just gaining corruption, but then we have to pay that corruption off, and corruption increases the amount of amount that tech costs, so we can't really afford to increase our tech costs anymore for right now. Alright, everybody's starting to become more loyal. Man, I really wish that we had some way to reduce their loyalty through estates, but that will have to wait until we are much, much stronger and no longer a tribe. Alright, so Jawud is now fully cored up. No unrest, because I just raised the autonomy, correct culture, and religion. Really, you can't get much better after an initial war. Very, very nice. Now we look at our mission tree here. We just need to finish Giant's March, and then we'll gain plus 25 global settler increase. And then once we get this entire area colonized, if I can't even look at the state province right now, but I believe it's these 4 provinces right here, then we'll gain plus 100 per year for settler increase, which is huge. I was also told in the comments, thank you very much, that clicking this button right here to get money is actually a mistake, because when we do flip half orc, this will still hold over, and then orcs will be like super oppressed. So yeah, we're just gonna hope that we get some development here, and we did. 50% chance. That'll help our economy a little bit. Yeah, in fact, almost 0.25 ducats there. Gladly take that. Cold Market can hate me. I'm a monster. Everybody hates me anyways. And he's dead. And just like that, he is dead. It is 1448. That is another stability lost. That's 2. Count 2 for the mark on how much stability I lose. Alright, that is for sieging. This is to gain legitimacy, and this is just for omens, which we will use when we need it. It seems that people are now disloyal. What I really need to do is have war exhaustion reduced, so we're going to actually do that before I lose Sedivik to disloyalty. First Orcish Kingdom. Bresur Frozenmaw began his conquest of the Kingdom of Vorn March in 1420, capturing the previous royal family and subjugating the local lords in a campaign that lasted nearly 5 years. The memories of his campaign and the strength of his clans still remain, maintaining a sense of fear within the local human lords, but it is unclear if this sense of fear will continue to keep the humans in line once the first Grey King has passed. Therefore, it is of utmost importance to demonstrate the strength and stability of our new kingdom. We will not fall to the same fate as Dukinson. Alright, 10 prestige, we gain some support for feudalism, and core cost reduction, and institution spread for 25 years. Talk trade privileges for Sedivik. During Mercer's conquest of Vorn March, the Lord of Sedivik was one of many who refused to submit to the new Great King, but after months under siege, the powerful merchants of Sedivik, of sounder mind than their foolish liege, realized the inevitability of Mercer's conquest and opened the city's gates. Mercer rewarded them by executing the Lord and instead establishing a mercantile republic, loyal to the Great King, of course. It is time, now, to remind them of the many benefits of our rule. By selling some of our trading rights to them, we will obtain some much-needed coin and ensure their loyalty for years to come. So, once again, we are going to get this plus 36 yearly tax income for 50 years. 50 years. That is huge. Huge, 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 huge. And that also increases our relations a lot, hopefully making them almost loyal. We can complete Unite the Grey Orcs because Broken Jaw does not exist. Although a vast majority of the Orcs of the Grey Tide pledge their loyalty to the Grey King, many have instead chosen to remain in the Lakelands of the Giant's Tears, most notably the traitor clan of Broken Jaw. If our domain is to survive the years that are to come, then we must ensure the loyalty of all Grey Orc clans. Divided, we fall, but united, we conquer. 10 prestige, plus 10 morale of armies, settler chance plus 20%, and a permanent claim on the Gullet Peak area. And now there is King of Orcs and Humans. With the passing of Bresur, the first Grey King, Frozenmaw now finds itself at a crossroads. Our lands now serve as a home to both orcs and humans, and the place of humans in our new kingdom has already become a subject of great debate. Although none argue for the expulsion of the humans, 2 camps seem to have emerged. The first talks of the inherent supremacy of orc kind over humanity, and thus advocates for a state of orcish and half-orcish rule over human subjects. The second, however, advocates for a policy of tolerance, treating the humans of our realm, if not as equals, then as partners. Our monarch is now faced with a choice that will define Frozenmaw, and by extension all of Grey Orkton, for centuries to come. And one day, of orcs and humans. With the death of Bresur, the throne of Frozenmaw now passes to his son, Marosh, a half-orc. Already it seems that the chieftains and lords of the realm seek to bring him on their side, for as soon as Marosh has ascended to the throne, he has a vital choice to make. Shall he embrace those reformist chiefs and human lords, seeking to transform the lands of Frozenmaw into a land of peaceful cooperation between orcs and humans? Or shall he bow to the will of the hardliners, establishing a nation for orcs, and orcs alone. It is on this day that the legacy of the Grey Kings shall be defined, but it is only Marosh who can choose what legacy that shall be. So I can choose a legacy of orcs, and we get Steel Grip until the death, where income for vassals and liberty desire is reduced, and we gain 1 military, or a legacy for all, where until his death I gain +4 national unrest, -10 national tax modifier, idea cost reduction, admin tech cost reduction, and I gain White Reachment as an accepted culture, gaining 1 admin point, and a very large tolerance increase of humans and half-orcs. And I think we're going to go for the half-orc, as that is the more lore-friendly choice, I believe. Now, all of my vassals must not exist. I don't know, it's saying that just one of these people has to not exist. Or has to be under my vassalage for 10 years. Ah, okay. Well, I just gotta keep them in line for a little while. That's fine. Marosh and the Grey Orc people. Okay. Fine by me. That does make Jawad a little bit unhappy, but we'll survive. And we're gonna have to keep an eye over here. If one of these guys flips over to Vorn March... Really? Really? If one of them flips over to Vorn March, then we're going to have to be ready to go to war. Pretty much immediately. I don't know how you lost that fight, but that sure was embarrassing for us to watch. Alright, let's try and get another couple troops here, just to make sure that we're ready for the inevitable war that will come. Now, I don't know if it's Isolde every time who forms Vorn March, or if it can be someone else. I guess we'll find out. Looks like we've got fur in both provinces, which I believe is the same thing we had last time, so not too shabby. As for feudalism, currently at 89%. How quickly are we spreading it? 1.12 a month, okay. Then we will wait to take Tech 2 until we have embraced Tech. That will help us out quite a bit. We are pretty even. Our heir is a 444. Thank you, game, for giving me a good heir. I appreciate the help. I will always take the help from the game giving me a good heir. And an additional 50 Diplo power. I'll gladly take power, too. Right now, we're technically losing money, 0.2 ducats a month. That's fine. We can just reduce our upkeep just a little bit. Shock damage received, -33%. That's pretty good. Alright, feudalism is now present in our capital. How much is it going to cost to embrace? 204 ducats. Oof. If I were to exploit tax development, it's not really enough. Okay, we've almost got it in Seawall, though. And Mammoth Hall's pretty close. So we'll be okay. In fact, I think I'm just going to throw on... no, I don't need Advancement Edict here, do I? No, I'm good. I'm good. We're going to hold off on tech. We're not at risk of war yet. Keyword, yet. Who have you allied? Okay, so Urbexen is allied Redgarven, which is good. Because we need to take these 2 provinces off of them. Well, who am I to stop them? And 100 population in Giant's Tears. It's going to cost a lot of money. How long until this is done? 788? 38 year? No, I think I'm just going to finish Giant's Tears. It might have been more worth it to go after Mirk or whatever it is, but I would rather just get this colony done faster. Alright, who is still disloyal? Trick question, it's everybody. It's everybody. Dukan syncreticism. I need temples, and I need to have completed tolerance ideas. Okay, good to know that we need to go tolerance at some point. Or we need to have a free thinker. Well, we're not either, so. And this, I need land owned by the crown, so we're gonna have to revoke this a couple of times to complete the mission tree. And then one of the following, either they have to be here for 10 years, and that's it. They just have to be here for 10 years. Can I keep them loyal for that long? That is the true question of the day. Can I keep them loyal that long? These guys are already Tech 4, so I can't afford to declare on them as badly as I may want to. Okay, increase of human tolerance. That's very good. Very, very good. Send you out here, and you guys move forward. Now that this is completed, it's just these 3 provinces for the mission. So yeah, maybe I should have sent those out there. Oh well. Oh well, we'll survive. I don't want to be taking attrition anywhere. Oh, a general has died. Not good. I can't afford to buy a new one though, so... Well, I should always have at least one. Even if they are complete trash. Whoa, fire pips for orcs. Great, I love it. Look for omens. Omen of wisdom. The shaman steps out of his tent, where he spent several hours mutilating his own body to see an omen from Dukin. Chief, during my ritual, I heard a voice of our god, who shared his wisdom with me. Allow me to share this wisdom with you. Ooh. Yes. More PowerPoints. Which ones? That is the best one it could have given us. That is an additional 1 mil power per month. Love to see it. Love to see it. So we're now at 183. Doing alright. It looks like they won't be interested in attacking us for the moment. And they ally Bjornik. Fair enough. That just makes my life a lot more difficult. Colonial expansion. Yeah, I'll pay 30 crowns for 200 pops. Actually, will I? No. I will not. I will simply get the colony completed for free. Yeah, let's improve development cost. We may need to develop here. And now I can colonize the Gerudian coast. To our north lies the untamed land of Giants March, which divides our kingdom from the lands of Old Gerudia. This land, though long unclaimed, is of great strategic importance, serving as a potential invasion route both north and south, as well as acting as a potential new port for our growing fleets. Therefore, the local orcs must be brought into the fold of the Grey Kings as soon as possible. After all, if we don't take it, the Gerudians certainly will. Gain 3 development for 25 years, gain plus 25 global settler increase, and we gain permanent claims. Alright, all provinces in the southern tiers area is a city owned by me. So where is the southern giants tier area? Is it here? No, it's this. So that's northern giants tier. This is southern giants tier. So we want to colonize this and send our troops over to deal with it. And we gain conquest on Urvixten, but we are definitely nowhere near. Okay, Vorn March has formed. So that means we need to raise our maintenance. I'm going to go ahead and sell titles. I'm going to embrace institution. I'm going to take up to Tech 4. I'm going to take admin Tech 3 as well. Go ahead and declare on me. I'm ready this time. This time, I'm ready. Alright? You think you can get the jump on me. Not this time, buddy boy. Alright, Crovis' invasion. From the west in the lands of Adshaw, the young Prince Crovis has decided to push his claim on Vorn March, bringing with him an army of thousands of Hellenic adventurers, mercenaries, and cutthroats. Calling himself the Prince of Vorn March, this young upstart still represents a genuine threat to the authority of the Grey King. He has already been crowned King of Vorn March in Assault and proclaimed it as his capital. Meanwhile, our disloyal subjects are gathering under his banner. Likely only the first of many trials we shall face in the defense of our new homeland. We must make an example of this would-be conqueror. Alright, and we might as well take Diplo Tech. So, we are, I think, outnumbered here again. No, we're actually pretty even, but that's with our vassals. We are orcs, we are strong. Do I have a morale advisor? We do. Okay, I'll probably hire him then. Let's go ahead and let's just get that out of the way, because we're going to need to do that. The unfortunate thing is we don't have our super great leader anymore, because he's very dead. But we do have our current king, who has minus 10 shock damage received. Is there any mission here where we can gain more shock damage? Doesn't look like it. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. Then let's play this a little bit smarter than I did last time. We're not just going to attack blindly into forests and such, and we're going to defend our vassal's fort. And when we engage, I'll hire that morale guy. Okay. They have a 0 maneuver general. We have 2, so we will not take a river crossing penalty. We will get a bonus +1 from terrain, or they'll get a -1. And we will get more morale of armies. And here we go. Shake the Earth, Dukin's Guidance, Gathering an Army. I don't know what any of these do, but I can't click them all. So, I know Shake the Earth is for sieging, so we'll have to take advantage of that. Alright, we are slightly down on morale, only by 0.1 though, even on our discipline. They have an even amount of cav, and just 1,000 more infantry. With the reinforcements from our vassals, we should obliterate them. Look at that damage. Oh my god. Absolutely crushed them. 2 to 1. Oh my, yes. Thank you. Well, this has already gone way better than last time. Alright, let's go ahead and start occupying things. They're going to retreat back to Adshaw. We're going to start this siege right here. As for naval superiority, they have it. No, we have it. Let's unmothball my fleet then. Probably should have done that earlier, in all honesty. Let's go here. Let's shake the earth. No one will hide. Plus 50% siege ability for... How long is that? For not very long. For 3 months. Well, you know what? I'll take what I can get, I guess. Like, that's not a great amount, but sure. If we can get our ships over here, that'd be nice. That way we can get that blockade bonus. How much larger is our advantage? It's very large. Evergston has raided our coast. That's okay. Alright, we have a wall breach. Let's get these ships over here. No shot. No shot. That just happened. Are you serious? What are the odds? What are the odds? What are the odds that our king dies on the siege at a young age in the middle of a war? Like, do we need him for anything else? Missions wise? I'm pretty sure we're supposed to have him for something. Ruler is half orc. Well, that's fine. Well, damn. I guess we don't have that guy anymore. He's just gone. I cannot believe that happened. But you know what? So be it. Boost back up to 0 stability, please. We can take this on 7, please? Nope. Disease outbreak. Okay. Why does the game not want me to be successful in a Frozenmaw campaign? Why must they pain me like this? Yeah, now they're definitely going to come attack because I don't even have a general on this friggin' army. And I can't go get one either. So I'm going to have to hope that my vassals come in with theirs. Nope, they were... Oh, they went and attacked my vassal. That was a much smarter move. I mean, if we can get this... Nope. I can't believe he died. That's so... that makes me so mad. That makes me so mad. Like, yeah, I know that, like, he's on the siege and stuff, but, like... Why you gotta do that to me? Why you gotta do that to me? Alright. We took the capital. How is Adshaw feeling? Adshaw is feeling fine. Well, I'm still gonna go at them. Are they Tech 5 yet? No, they're still Tech 4. Well, he's definitely not as good as our other guy was, that's for sure. But, he'll still do a lot of damage. Oh, wow. Crovis falls. He and his brigands fought with ferocity and zeal, far longer than we would have expected them to, and for that we must commend them. However, his quest has met its predicted end. The armies of the self-proclaimed Prince of Vorn March now lie broken. His rebels' spirits shattered, the will of the White Reachman firmly broken by the fist of the Grey King. May his failures serve as an example to others. Vorn March is gone, and this is now the home of the Grey Orcs. Okay, so we gain money. A bunch of devastation. Wow. We will inherit Vorn March, add Frozenmaw as a historical friend with Isolde, but Isolde doesn't exist, right? Oh no, we release Isolde as a vassal. Gotcha. And they get a 635. Well, lucky them. Until the death of Stovak the First, which is Isolde's new ruler, we get national unrest, stab cost reduction, yearly prestige, legitimacy, and liberty desire. +1 stab, 15 prestige, 25 legitimacy. Let this be a lesson to all. Well, okay. So I don't know what the like necessary things for that event were. I don't know if we had to fully occupy them and then beat them in a battle, but we beat them, and that's what matters at the end of the day. No loans either. Very nice. We are losing a lot of money, but that's because we're reinforcing currently, and we have an advisor which we're gonna fire. And we're gonna go back to colonizing and just chill without our king because he died, which is frustrating to say the least. All right, we can go about half here. We'll still be making money. You are actually at war, but Bjarnrik would still join. Well, we'll keep an eye on this. If Bjarnrik drops to not joining, then we will absolutely declare court painter available. Yeah, I will. So I didn't even need to stab up. Rip. All we need is okay. That's a good sign. Raise the army maintenance, please. Raise it up. All we need is for Bjarnrik to have one province occupied or under siege. They're at 1. Good luck in Rivsby. Human minorities. That's fine. Bone Carver declared war on Hide Guzzler. That's not good because we need to take out Hide Guzzler. But I'm a little more focused here to the north. Come on, there it is. So now just a double, triple, quadruple check. Bjarnrik will not join a monstrous conquest. Is that what we want to do? Probably. Go ahead and declare and move in. You head up to Urbekston. You head here. Oh, just in time. Just in time. Looks like they peaced out right as we declared war. Amazing. Let's actually push you forward. Like, all the way forward. They're still Tech 4, right? Yeah. I want to get there before they can get up to Tech 5. Let's set our vassals over to sieging. That way they waste their manpower on the forts, which will make us stronger in the long run, because then they can't rebel. We win this. It was painful, but we won it. That's a stack wipe. Alright. Awesome. Well, that couldn't have gone better. Glad we kept an eye out for that. Make sure that we fully occupy this. Now, the problem with this war is we need to make sure Urbekston no longer exists. That is one of the necessary parts for... No, not no more songs. One of these I know. Yes, this. So, Urbekston cannot exist, and all provinces in this area must be owned by me. What it's asking me to take in this war is all of that, which we can do. It's a bit of an overextension in my opinion, but it doesn't cause a coalition, so we'll do that. Yeah, I know. There are people that are mad about what I did about, you know, colonizing. We'll take care of it. We need to rebuild Balvroren. Okay, we can get that done relatively soon. We can go after the goblins next, and one of the following assault needs to be a vassal for 10 years. So we need 10 more years, we need crown land, and then we can complete this. For now, what direction do I need to colonize in? The Northern Pass. Is that over here? Let's take a look at regions. Yes, that is the Northern Pass. So it wants us to keep moving out in this direction. Let's go... I don't know. Sure, Logger's End. Why not? Just move out that way and we'll call it good. We can mothball this fort, not a problem. And we will hopefully not overextend ourselves. I am a little nervous about that. Unhappiness amongst the peasantry. I'll lose the money. Yeah, unfortunately, the goblins here are dead. And I need to own West Gullet Peak and East Gullet Peak. So, actually, recall, abandon, send. Now, does that count for owning? Yeah, it does. Call and send. Guaranteed gems. I mean, that's That's nice. Okay, and that should complete that mission. Yes, subjugate goblins. So during the Green Tide, a goblin tribe known as the Hide Guzzlers crossed the borders of our new kingdom, establishing themselves atop the great mountain of Gullet Peak. A constant thorn in our side since their arrival, we must bring Gullet Peak under our control, not only to establish a strategic defense position against the southern adventurers, but to show once and for all that the strength of the Grey King is not to be underestimated. 100 Diplo and military power, plus 10% goods produced modifier for 10 years, and in a month the fate of Gullet's Peak will happen. We will see what happens with the fate of Gullet's Peak. Well, like I can't afford to colonize both of these right now, so yeah, we're gonna abandon that. Pretty soon though, we're gonna get that plus 100 global settlers per year, and that's going to be fantastic. With the last defenders of Gullet's Peak falling before the mighty Orcish horde, the question of what to do with these goblins now presents itself. For most of Orcish history, goblins have served as slaves. But in these times, as we see our southern brothers and sisters placed in chains by the humans, the concept of slavery leaves a bad taste in our mouth. So, two options remain to us. We can either expel the goblins and make room for proper Orcish settlement, or we can embrace them as equal partners in our new northern kingdom. Kick them out, or very large tolerance increase. And you know what? Welcome to the fold. As long as you're working, as long as you are contributing to society, I see no reason why we should kick them out. Red Garvin, thank you for the 65 ducats for the war reps. Thank you for transferring someone's trade. Getting rid of claims in nowhere. I could pillage your capital. Actually, I kind of like that idea. I mean, it's one development. We'll take it. Send our troops back home. No reason for them to be out there. And still no coalition despite my greed. Alright, and we'll finish that up there. 70 ducats as well. Add on to it. And all of that. Now, we are going to probably need to accept this culture group at some point. But for now, we're just going to have to core it up and complete the mission. Destroy Ebonfrost's successors. Once. Before the Grey Tide, in a time the humans call the Era of Black Ice, the Jarldom of Urbexten stood at the head of an empire stretching all of Esken. Under Castan Ebonfrost, the people of Urbexten almost succeeded in conquering all of Canor. Now, however, though thoroughly defeated and contained to the eastern reaches of Garudia, the heirs of Ebonfrost still harbor ambitions of recreating their centuries-old conquests. We must nip this in the bud here and now, and demonstrate that even the mightiest of human warriors are no match for an orc. 10 prestige and permanent claims. And now we just need to keep moving into this region, but we're gonna have to hold off on that for a bit, probably. Depending on, yeah, alliances. Oh, you're only allied with Skalsadoza. You are allied with only them. Okay. You have claims though, right? You do. I don't know. I think we're probably just going to go right to war with them. Let's start repairing Valvrorin. It is going to cost 150 crowns, but it's going to be worth it. On a hillock nestled between the trees sits the long-abandoned ruins of a fortress of white stone. Crumbling stone walls and hollow towers make nests for birds, bears, and more sinister vermin. In recent times, this area has been cleared, but the ruined keep remains destitute. Our engineers see great potential to restore the fortress to its former prowess. They argue that if we rebuild this fortress, it will greatly increase the defensive potential of the site. Our enemies will break upon splendid white walls. Restore it. So I don't know if there's like a time thing that has to happen here. Rebuilding effort. I'm going to assume it's that. We're going to lose a lot of money from that, but that's okay. But combine up, and we are colonizing, and we are doing all the good things that we should be doing. Let's get our troops into position here and quickly end this next war. Looks like Bjarnrik is the only option for us to rival, so we'll go ahead and do that. We will monstrous conquest you. You have no additional allies. Yes, you have some cores on us, but I think this will be worth it in the long run. Vorn March separatists have risen up. We can go take care of those. Oh, really? That wasn't a wipe? Oh, they're gone. They are going into the frozen wastes. That is what they're doing. I know we are running a little bit over time, but we've got time to make up now. We got time to make up since we restarted, so we're going to go a little bit longer and do a little bit of cleanup here. And next time we'll probably have to end up going to war with Bjarnrik. Honestly, they're not that strong right now. I don't know why. That's why. They lost their vassals. And then they vassalized these guys. But still, they don't have these two vassals, so they're probably going to be pretty weak this game, which is good for us. After a year of construction, we have finally restored the old citadel of Balvroren. It now sits proudly in its old position and will greatly bolster our defenses henceforth. Splendid. Local defensiveness plus 25% until the end of the game, and a mission completed. Rebuild Balvroren. The great citadel of Balvroren was abandoned after the Dragon Wake almost 1,000 years ago. Locals are still superstitious all these years later, speaking of drakes and the spirits, but we, orcs, are not afraid of dragons and the dead. Even in its current ruined state, the citadel is too mighty to simply be left abandoned. Let us repopulate and rebuild this ancient Castanorian citadel. 10 prestige and 6 total development points here in our capital. Make sure we mothball that since there's no reason to be paying for it. I will not go attack them in the forest. I'll let them come to me after we finish this siege. Orcus migrants, sure, welcome. Hopefully we got that development. Probably should have checked. Let's start improving relations with neighboring countries as well. Obviously shouldn't have used both. But we need to start thinking about moving down into Eskin slowly but surely. Should be our goal. Outer Dwarval, sure. Seems that we have, yes, we've finished this, which also completes another mission. Subjugate rebellious tribes. Though the Broken Jaw have been reined in, many of our kin still refuse to submit themselves to our rightful rule, and even attacking us from their settlements in the east. We must rein them in, bringing them into the domain of the Grey Kings. Of course, as well as further unifying our people, the influx of population, combined with their knowledge of the lands further east, will make our expansion into the lands north of the Serpent Spine all the easier. Plus 100 global settler increase for 25 years. So for 25 years, we need to colonize like crazy. And if we go and colonize the Northern Pass more, then we get additional levels of that. If we look here at the institution, we may want to consider developing it. We'll see. We'll see. Also, we don't get new troops at Tech 5. What the heck? Orcs, what are you doing? What happened to new infantry? Cold Mark is doing things, don't care. Alright, we'll take both of these. Coalition, it's only 2 people, and as many may know, you can't form a coalition with only 2 people. So, kind of sucks for you. I'm going to separate piece them out, though. That way I can take both of their monies. As that's what I really need right now, is a solid amount of cash in the bank. That way, when we get into wars, we don't take an obscene amount of debt. We take care of those rebels. Have we fought the rebels over here? Yes, we have. Let's send you back over. We have 2 of 2 colonists. We'll abandon this for now. And I will focus on moving in this direction. Just to double check the regions real quick. This is all Northern Pass. So Logger's End and Kugsland. Let's do both of these. Then we will send 5,000 troops to each one. You guys will be dealing with the inevitable rebels that will pop up here. We will start to core the 2 new provinces that we took. And we are looking really, really good. Really good. We're even making money at full maintenance here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That is great to see. And increase of human tolerance. Even better. How is our human tolerance? They are integrated. That's good. Goblins will also be integrated. But this is uncolonized land, but it is Bone Carver considers East Gullet Peak part of their home. Does that mean, yes, that's part of their tribal land, so I'm not too worried about taking that, as eventually they will settle, and that will become land that I can just take in a war. I definitely want to focus on expanding in this area first, and starting to get control of trade, and bringing it in through the Northern Pass, and getting, value out there. That way I can actually bring trade that's worth something. As for troops, we can probably build some more. Yeah, we can build 5,000 more. Let's do that. Let's make sure that we are at our max force limit. How are our vassals feeling? They're feeling great. They're feeling fantastic. Can I annex them? Not yet, but soon. Isolde? Yeah, I don't know the process for annexing them, but that is something that we can worry about in the next one, because I am going to call it here Well, I mean, our king died, and then our king died, and now we're in a regency. But you know what? I would say that this was a much more successful start. We actually saw the cool event about defeating the guy from Adshaw, and we are starting to expand, and Frozenmaw is going to be quite the fun campaign. I am having a blast, and I hope that you are too. I would like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.